this is Mike Lodge. I'm glad that you've joined me. I am the business advisor, and we sit around and we chat in the mornings or evening, wherever you may be. We sit here and we chat. It's an informal type situation, so you don't have to be all dressed up for this. I'm certainly not. And if you need to go get a cup of coffee, go get a cup of coffee. It's good for you. Listen, all across the United States at the moment, businesses are sitting down in a whole bunch of meeting rooms, and they're going over their 2024 budget. They're planning, they're strategizing, they're looking at their income and potential income, or any income that may pass away and disappear. They're looking at their expenses. They're looking at their goals and objectives for 2024. And it's going around in every single business out there where they are sitting down with their stakeholders or with their employees and with their managers and with their CEOs and CFOs, and they're pounding out the budget. And they're putting together what they feel that they can do in 2024. It's an amazing time. I always enjoyed it when I was in the corporate world. I enjoyed doing the budgets. I enjoyed asking the questions. I enjoyed asking the individuals, what do you think we should do to improve? What do you think our message should be to our customers this year? What should it be? And so you go through a whole bunch of different things. Yesterday, I did a blog, and I put out some issues that everybody should be, excuse me, everyone should be looking at in business. And one of the issues is that we have to be effective. And so when I'm talking about effective, I mean we really dig into the numbers. We dig in. To have a good strategies, we need to start with a clear vision. What is our vision for 2024? What is our vision for our employees? What is our vision for our executives? What is our vision for new products or eliminating products? Number two is involve stakeholders. In other words, those individuals who participate in the company every day need to be involved because they see what's going on. They hear what's going on. They know what the customers are going to do. Number three is be realistic when you do your budget. Don't overhype it. Don't overestimate it. Don't make it so that it looks like it's going to be better than what it actually is. Be realistic in the numbers and also in the goals that you set forward. Number four, you have to monitor the progress. So that means you have a budget. That means now you have to monitor what it's doing. How are you living up to your budget? How are you living up to your forecasts? And number five, seek feedback. In other words, go to your employees, go to your customers, and see exactly what they see in your company. Ask feedback. Where do you see the industry going? Where do you see your company going? And those are a good portion of what you need to do when you are setting goals in a budget. Now we see companies doing that, right? We see companies because they do it every year. That's just built into their mainstream business model. But what about you as an individual? What are you doing about your budget and your planning for 2024? You know that 2020, 21, 22, 23 were mixed up economy years. I mean, it was bad out there. So now we have to start planning for 2024 because we know that the economy is not going to get any stronger. We know that inflation will go up. We know that gas prices are going up. We don't have any leadership out of Washington, D.C. to cut their spending. In fact, if you are looking at what government does in planning their budgets, they don't do anything. All that money is just pet peeves of where they want to spend money. and they don't care anything about cutting expenses. The US government needs to be cut down significantly. And I'm surprised they don't bring in outside consultants and sit down with Congress and say, okay, let's go over your budget and let's see what can be done. But they don't do that. They have government accountants, they have government budget people, and so they are stuck in a rhythm of government. Excuse me. So they don't really understand how to think outside that box. That box is a big old stuffy, filled with a bunch of debt. You don't want that type of budget. You don't want to get that kind of advice. So I'm surprised McConnell and McCarthy don't call in some outside accountants and sit down and see what can be done. They need to be, their budget needs to be looked outside, not from within, because from within it's already corrupt in spending. So you as an individual have to do this also. You have to sit down and plan, and you have October, November, December to do this planning. That means you have to get out a sheet of paper or an Excel spreadsheet, or log on to a personal spending app out there. There's a whole bunch of them out there. I have one on my website that's an Excel spreadsheet where it takes the budget that you budget and then compares it to the actual expense that you realized. And that's what you need to do. How well are you monitoring the money that's going out? So it's very easy to use because it addresses all of your income items, all of your expense items, your loans that you have outstanding, your debt that you have outstanding, and what is the monthly payment that you can actually contribute to paying that down. Because your number one goal should be to pay down your debt. And that should be the goal of the United States government too. But they haven't understood that for ages and ages and ages. They have this printing machine there that prints out green stuff, and they don't care how much they spit out, and they don't care how much inflation they create. They don't care how much out of control spending goes on. So they're worthless. They're, as I like this phrase, by the way, so you can use this if you want. The government, the US Congress, and the budgeting is as worthless as a screen door on the submarine. That's how worthless they are. I don't mind you stealing it. I stole it. But it's very important. 2024 is coming. We have 3 more months to work on your budgets. If you need help, just let me know. If you need help, just let me know. You can book and schedule a time with me at my website at www.lodge.co.com. You can also send me an email at thebusinessadvisor@gmail.com. It's very important that you get this done. And by the way, if you're a husband and a wife or a significant other, sit down and you're going to do it together, because I'm going to force you to do it together. And if you want me to sit down with you, because I can ask the questions, I know what to look at, I know in which direction that money flows a lot of times, I can help you put together a very good budget that you can live with. Because that's what I do every day for all of my clients. In fact, I do a lot of pre-marriage budgeting, where we sit down and we address, prior to them saying I sit down with them and we say, okay, let's put it on the table of what you're bringing into this marriage. What baggage is there? What positive things are there? It has to be done. And it's so important that you do it before you get married, because finances and bad finances put an awful lot of stress on marriages. That's why you have to do it together. So if you would like to sit down with me, you have my contact information down below. And in fact, you have it. Oh, oops, wrong way. No, where is it? Where? There, right there. You have it right there. That's my contact information. I hope that every single one of you, let's get to planning, because 2024 is going to be here very quickly, and we need to be prepared. We need to be proactive. I'll talk with you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.